I didn't initially start out to be a nurse. I'm a non-traditional student at Baylor. I'm married, I have 3 kids, and I had a very promising career as a stockbroker. And one day I found out that I had cancer. And I was going through treatments, and in the middle of my treatments, found out that I was pregnant, which should have been a blessing, but unfortunately, it was very complicated. I had uterine ovarian cancer. I should never have been able to get pregnant. Everyone seemed to have an opinion on what I should do. I was told everything from terminate now or you might lose your life to, you can ride this out, but ultimately, the baby may survive and you may not. There happened to be this one nurse. One day and sitting in the hospital, I was getting ready to discuss my options for treatment, and this nurse came and sat down and talked to me for, goodness gracious. She sat and just talked. We just talked about anything. And then finally she said, how do you feel about your diagnosis? And I looked at her and I said, I feel confused, and burst into tears. And she sat and she held my hand and she said, it's okay. Whatever you choose, it's okay. No one had given me that time. No one had given me that grace. But in that moment, she allowed me to make some decisions for myself. And the first one was, I needed to give this a chance. And today I have a very healthy 10-year-old daughter, and my other kids are flourishing, and I'm cancer-free. So what that nurse did for me was pretty much saved my life in a perspective, and gave me my God back. Gave me that moment where I was able to say, okay, this is what I need to do, clear my head and not worry about all the rest of the influences or things outside there. That nurse was a Baylor nurse. I went back and I spoke with her about her career, and I decided that that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to become a nurse. I wanted what she had. Who knows how many people she had touched with her ripple effect, how many patients she had sat and prayed with, how many patients she had literally saved with just her prayer and her time and her presence. That kind of humility is uncommon, and I knew I could do that for someone else. I knew that I had more in me than what I was currently doing. So I took a leap of faith and went back to school, and since then I have given back tremendously, and I've touched countless lives through just my clinical rotations in school, and I will continue to do that. So together we're continuing her ripple effect, and basically through every effort at the nursing school, those effects just continue to ripple and touch lives. So you asked me about the Michael Malone scholarship, and that one is very dear to my heart. That young man he had terminal cancer, and his family was extremely close to Baylor. Baylor nurses helped take care of that child and helped take care of that whole family. There was a semester, there actually been 2 semesters, where I have had struggles with obviously leaving my previous job and trying to make ends meet and pay the tuition. And that scholarship saved me. It allowed me to continue on in my nursing education, and it allowed me to keep helping others. It's not just that I'm in nursing school by myself. It's not just that I go out in clinicals and help patients. We help each other in nursing school. We're helping to groom each other to be excellent nurses. And that young man and that family, they have touched so many lives. And they helped me to continue doing that, to help my fellow classmates and to go help others. I know it's a huge decision to decide where you're going to put your hard-earned funds and where you're going to donate your money. It is for me and my husband, it is for my entire family. We tend to look at places that we feel very connected to, that we feel passionate about. Sometimes it's hard to do that if you haven't actually been able to walk onto the campus and to see, but I encourage each and every one of you to come and visit, and come visit with me. Come seek me out, talk to me, ask me about my experience. Ask any one of the student nurses. They would be willing to tell you in depth how Baylor has changed their lives and what wonderful things that have come from being a Baylor nursing student.